All right, I'm starting recording, and we'll take a look at what we've got. I mean, hopefully everyone else is planning on a Friday or something, but who knows? Let's see. So we've got Jesse's. Jesse's already got two in here. I don't think Jesse knows how calendars work, but that's okay. He's got two turned in already. Um, let's take a look at this first one. No information. Okay. Please don't haunt me is the name of it. Ooh, we got some funny sound effects. Oh, this looks like maybe another package kind of tutorial thing. So that guy looks like he's going to be looking for me. And I don't really know if I have any controls. Hi, Ghost. You going to do anything? Spacebar, control, click, nothing? Okay. I'm going to scare this ghost. You got spooked. What did it say? I didn't even. Oh, caught. Okay. Let's go past this guy. You got caught. Okay. Maybe I can't get past him. Let's see. Oh, no, that was pretty easy. Okay. I don't know if there's anything besides that, but yeah, it's kind of neat. I like how it looks and all that. Oh, I thought.
It's based on them looking at you.
Is it based on looking?
I think so.
Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. But I just can't tell like what the collider is for that guy.
Yeah, it's some sort of like sphere or something.
I thought maybe I'd be fine there, maybe not. Yeah, I think that's why so many stealth games use like a flashlight mechanic. Because it makes it really clear whether or not you're in or not in the detectable range. They've all got like UFO sounds, kind of. Oh, there's a guy with a flashlight. I don't know where I'm going. Or even if there's a place to be going. Okay, he's going around. The yellow fog is so weird out there. It's like smog. I did it. I made it to that room. Oh, and then it had an error. Okay, cool. I'm not sure what to make of that because I don't know how much of it he did or not, but neat. Let's take a look at this one. So we got Salvo here. Salvo's got a demon samurai. There he is. Okay. I don't know what this is for necessarily, but great. This glowing demon samurai. I think I kind of recognize this from one of the other classes he was in with me. Maybe. Let's see. Digital painting from Photoshop. Yeah. Maybe he's just padding out the portfolio. All right. Very good. Let's see what we got here. Miguel, what'd you do?
I revisited the base mesh. I didn't
Cool.
use the same model, but I tried it again.
Okay.
Just doing it from
All
off
right.
the top of the head.
Very good.
So he's less gummy.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely got basic proportions are fairly good. I would say maybe a little bit wider in the shoulders or thinner in the waist, one of the two. I'm trying to decide which one. I think that maybe a little bit wider in the shoulders, particularly like the deltoid. The neck collarbone area looks like it's wide enough to me, maybe even too wide. And then the shoulders look like they're a little thin.
Yeah, I see that. That's fair.
Hand scale might be a little too large compared to the thickness of the arms. I'm comparing the hand to the face. Seems okay. The face could be a little bit smaller on that skull. just a little bit. Not too bad on the depth. The nose angle is a little odd. It looks kind of triangular, like it's sticking straight out. Usually the nose bridge goes up a little bit more vertically, and the bottom, if it angles up that hard, we're talking about a button nose, like a scoop up here. So maybe get it a little bit flatter. Also,
Okay.
kind of depends on the person and the age and stuff like that, though. For your torso, one thing that I could note just right away is that the torso, the line in the front, will either come down or it will bulge out slightly, even with a relatively in shape person. It won't typically do this unless they're sucking in their air. So this guy looks like he's holding the gut in right now. So it's kind of the mirror of the scoop in the back, is that it'll just kind of do that in the front, just casually. And it goes all the way down to the bottom of the pubis as well.
I should have stuck with my instincts. I had that going. He just looked really like thick.
Was it too much? Did it look like a gut?
Yeah, like I
Okay.
tried to give it definition, but it was so far out from his. I must have the chest like too big as well.
It looks too puffed up, yeah. So if you reduce that down just a little bit and then let usually it's center stomach, like it's right where the in portion of the lower lumbar back is. That's usually the furthest out point, and then it just tapers down to the bottom of the pubis, and that's usually okay. You just make sure it's more subtle than in a female. Okay. Yeah, I mean, generally pretty good. I think you might still be doing too much high frequency detail for a base mesh, though. Like he looks real lumpy, not as lumpy as before, but I think that if your goal is the basic guy, don't worry about all that just yet. Just kind of get the basic forms in.
Okay.
Cool. Very good. And so this was like from memory. Oh, you got a little floaty
Oh yeah, I don't know what happened there.
something. One of his fingernails flew away. Who knows?
Yeah, this is without reference other than like looking at my hands and junk.
Okay. Um, I recommend doing it with reference for a while because it's not really super important to memorize all of this, but the way it's going to happen is through repetition with reference. Like you'll know when you don't need reference because you have a clear idea in your head of what it needs to be shaped like. And so there's no point in bringing up the reference because you already know. But it's not sort of a goal to like make it happen artificially, like, well, I've looked at a bunch of reference and now I'm going to shut it off and I'm just going to test myself. You don't really ever need to do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like the moment I don't know what something looks like, I go to reference and it doesn't matter how much experience I have. I just always do that. So if I have in my head, this is how a mouth looks, this is the shape that it needs, then I just go ahead and make it. But if the idea ever enters into my head, wait, what does that part look like? I immediately bring up a picture. And so that's kind of how that happens, is that artists are able to work without reference when they've passed that threshold where there's no point of looking up the thing that they want to see because they've seen it so much that they see it in their sleep.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I get the state of mind that unless I'm making something to like be finished, I don't use reference just because I'm trying to like do something quickly as an exercise.
It's a pretty common attitude though, especially among students, that somehow like reference is cheating or reference is bad, or like basing it off of something that you're looking directly at is somehow a crutch or something. I'm not sure, but it's a really common thing, and I address it a lot. But what I will say is that of professionals, the only time they don't use reference is when they know the thing that they're making so much that they don't need it because there would be no point. Otherwise, they get some reference, even for something they've made 100 times, because they want some more unique details when they don't want to like leave something important out. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure where that comes from. Some innate feeling we've got. Cool. Looks good.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So then that's all I got on today. That's probably why it's a ghost town here, because we're all waiting for Friday, our very last day, and we'll see what happens then. We'll save this one for then because I don't want to look at both of his today.
Do you have any progress on your thing, Nate?
Depends on which one you're talking about.
You got a lot of irons in the fire right now.
Yeah, so I'm still doing something with the commission, and
Hmm.
then finals, of course,
Yeah.
and just a bunch of other stuff.
Right.
I do practice stuff like from time to time. Then sometimes I just leave them alone until I get time to finish them. I have one up on right now. If you guys want to see that,
Sure.
it's private.
Do you want me to
Yes.
record or you want me to stop recording for that?
That's your choice. I can just be the other Nate.
Well, I mean, I wanted to make it up to you because you're not officially in the class, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could show it because
Okay.
I was gonna post it publicly anyway, so it's not gonna matter.
Okay. Then
It's
we'll
a
take a
guest
look.
presentation.
Yeah.
A very special guest presentation.
Aw, welcome to my TED Talk, guys.
I walked around for a year with no shoes and didn't shower, and here's my journey.
So the final rendered version is in Substance Painter. So like the all the nicer stuff. Right now, I'm just doing like the animation for it because I'm gonna put it onto Sketchfab.
Yeah.
And so far, this is what I got. Let me play it. It's kind of in a blocking mode at the moment, so
Cute little robot. Oh, he died. Nice.
yeah, I still have to do the ears up here and a little bit of playing around with the graph editor. But other than that,
Very cool.
What's going on with the X-ray?
the what do you mean by that?
You see
Oh,
how the yeah.
yeah, it's a weird bug that I'm having
Yeah,
with
Maya just
my
does that.
opacity. Yeah, with the opacity, I'm having a little issue with that, but it's gonna be okay if I like export it.
Yeah,
Which is weird.
don't even try to fix it because Maya just does that in the viewport.
It's funny because you can see like it's going through too.
Yeah,
Some parts.
it's weird. Like when I was doing a lot of sprite animation for rigged objects in Maya, it was a big pain in the butt. But it's not something you have to fix because in Game Engine or export, it looks fine. So just ignore it. Nice. I like it.
Yeah, just a small practice to do animation again.
Cool. I'll say from experience that if you wanted to do like particle effect, quote unquote, animation on this guy, you'd have to do it all with objects to get it in a Sketchfab, which is a pain. But it's an interesting thing to learn because it's almost like making bespoke particle effects.
Do I have to have something special? Because I'm using like a how do I say this? A cheap version of Maya that doesn't really have all the features of the normal Maya at the moment.
No, you don't have to do anything special. Just realize that particles will never come through into Sketchfab. And what you have to do instead is have like little planes with images on them that you move like particles.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
the only time I've seen that was like um, the Sketchfab posts that are like really popular or
Yeah.
most of Colin's work.
Yeah. I like figuring it out just because it's a puzzle. One tricky thing that you can do though is if you know, for instance, Maya particles, you can make a Maya particle effect and then you can attach objects to the particles or even just make it geometry and then bake all that into an animation so that there is no particle system anymore. There's just, geometry moving around and that works just fine.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, kind of a clever way to work your way around it.
Yeah, I better check if this version of Maya has that. And if it doesn't, I can just try figuring stuff out with alphas and all that.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like you might just want a couple sparks or something. That's honestly easy enough to animate by hand.
Oh yeah, that definitely does sound pretty easy.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, man. I like seeing that. All right. Well, anything that you guys want me to look at or cover while we're here? 'Cause if not,
No, I got physics review.
oh, okay. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
What kind of physics is it?
It's just general, so a little bit of everything.
Oh, okay. Not
Right.
like the physics 4A and stuff like that.
No, it's 10.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, nothing too specific, luckily.
Yeah, because if you're taking physics, like the 4A or 4C or something like that, you have to take it in person. And if you're not, then they're just gonna make it harder.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, our midterm got delayed because the professor had to do that one in person.
Is he
Oh,
because he doesn't want you to use formulas, like written down formulas?
no idea.
Hmm. Because I always thought that was ridiculous. Like, if I'm taking just a basic science and I'm not going into that field, just let me use the formulas as written. You know, let me use a calculator. Let me use the formulas as written. Don't take all that stuff away from me. Why would you do that? I am not going to be a scientist. Like, I'm just taking the course because I'm curious.
I think it's for like the since 4A is mostly involving like calculus. I think it's for those who want to be engineers. I think that's why it's doing stuff like that.
So they have to memorize all the formula.
Maybe, but I'm not 100% sure. All I know is that I know a bunch of people that are getting really scared about this exam.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. All right. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording then.